There is money sitting in the Social Security system right now with your name on it. Not a little money. We are talking about amounts that can reach $100,000 or more over the course of your retirement. And the painful truth is that most people who are entitled to this money never collect a single dollar of it. Not because the government took it, not because they missed a deadline years ago, but because nobody ever sat down and explained it to them in plain English. That changes today. If you are between the ages of 62 and 70 and you have not yet claimed Social Security, or if you claimed it but were never told about a specific set of strategies that can dramatically increase your lifetime benefit, then the next 30 minutes may be the most financially important time you spend this year. We're going to walk through exactly how this works, who qualifies, what the real dollar difference looks like, and the specific steps you can take starting this week. This is not a sales pitch. There's nothing to buy. Every strategy in this video comes directly from Social Security Administration rules that already exist. The only thing standing between you and this money is knowing where to look. Stay with me all the way through, because the piece most people miss is not at the beginning. It is in the middle, where the real strategy lives. Before we go further, if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, please take 5 seconds and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This channel covers Social Security rule changes, Medicare updates, and benefit strategies that affect your income directly. These rules change every year, sometimes mid-year, and a notification from this channel has saved viewers real money by alerting them before deadlines passed. It costs you nothing, and it could save you thousands. Now let us get into the heart of this. Most people think of Social Security as a simple system. You work, you pay in, you retire, you collect. And on the surface, that is true. But underneath that surface, there is a layer of rules, credits, and timing decisions that can mean the difference between collecting $1,500 a month and collecting $2,600 a month. Over a 20-year retirement, that difference adds up to $264,000 from the same lifetime of work, from the same Social Security record, just from knowing the rules and making the right decisions at the right time. The core of what we are talking about today is called Delayed Retirement Credits. But forget that name. Think of it as the waiting bonus. Here is how it works in simple terms. Social Security calculates your benefit based on your earnings over your working life. That calculation gives you what is called your full retirement benefit, which is the amount you receive if you start collecting at your full retirement age. For most people watching this video, that full retirement age is either 66, 67, or somewhere in between, depending on your birth year. If you start collecting before that age, your benefit is permanently reduced. If you start collecting after that age, your benefit is permanently increased. The increase is 8% per year for every year you wait past your full retirement age, up until age 70. After 70, there is no additional increase, so waiting past 70 does not help. Let us put real numbers on this. If your full retirement benefit at age 67 is $2,000 per month, and you wait until age 70 to collect, your benefit becomes $2,480 per month. That is an extra $480 every single month for the rest of your life, plus any cost of living adjustments on top of that higher base. Over 15 years, that difference is $86,400. Over 20 years, it crosses $100,000. That is the bonus in the title. It is real, it is legal, and it belongs to you if you make the right decision. Now the question everyone asks is whether waiting actually pays off. What if you need the money now? What if your health is uncertain? Those are fair questions, and we are going to address every one of them. If the video is helping you so far, take a moment right now to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Tell me what state you live in and whether you have already claimed Social Security or you are still deciding. Your comment helps this video reach other seniors who need this information, and I read every single comment personally. Your question might become the topic of a future video. Let us talk about the break-even point, because this is where a lot of people get confused and make the wrong decision. The break-even point is the age at which the total lifetime payments from waiting to collect equal the total lifetime payments from collecting early. If you collect early and get smaller checks for more years, at some point a person who waited and gets larger checks catches up. That crossover point, for most people, is somewhere between 78 and 82 years old. If you live past that age, waiting wins financially. If you do not live past that age, collecting earlier might have put more total money in your pocket. Nobody knows how long they will live, which is why this is a real decision and not a guaranteed right answer for everyone. But here is what most people do not factor in. Social Security is not just income. It is also insurance. It is protection against the risk of living a very long life. The average American woman who reaches age 65 today is expected to live past 87. The average American man who reaches 65 is expected to live past 84. If those averages apply to you, waiting to collect is likely the better financial decision. And if you are in reasonably good health, the math gets even more favorable. There is another factor people miss entirely. If you are married, your decision about when to collect does not just affect you. It affects your spouse. Here is why. When one spouse dies, the surviving spouse is entitled to collect the higher of the two benefits. Not both. The higher one. So if the higher earner in the marriage delays collecting and builds up a larger benefit, that larger benefit becomes the survivor benefit that protects the remaining spouse for the rest of their life. This is one of the most powerful and underused strategies available to married couples. The higher earner waits as long as possible to maximize the benefit that will protect the surviving spouse. The lower earner may collect earlier to bring in income during the waiting years. If you know someone approaching retirement, a neighbor, a sibling, a friend, anyone within 5 years of 62, please share this video with them right now. The decision about when to claim Social Security is one of the most permanent financial decisions a person makes in retirement. Once you claim, the reduction or the increase is locked in for life. Sharing this video could genuinely change someone's financial situation for decades. Now let us talk about a situation that applies to millions of people but is almost never discussed. What if you already claimed Social Security and you wish you had waited? Many people are surprised to learn that there is a limited window to undo that decision. The Social Security Administration allows you to withdraw your application for benefits within 12 months of first claiming. The catch is that you have to repay every dollar you received during that time, including any benefits paid on your record to a spouse or dependent. If you can do that, your record goes back to zero, and you can reclaim later at a higher amount. This is called a withdrawal of application, and the form you need is SSA-5 621. This strategy is not right for everyone. If repaying would create financial hardship, it may not be worth it. But for people who claimed at 62 out of anxiety, received their first few checks, and then realized they had income they did not expect from another source, this option exists. Very few people know about it. There is a second option for people who are past the 12-month window. If you have reached your full retirement age and you are still collecting Social Security, you can choose to voluntarily suspend your benefits. When you suspend, you stop receiving payments, but your benefit begins earning the 8% annual delayed retirement credits again. You can restart at any time before age 70. If you suspend from age 67 to age 70, you add 24% to your monthly benefit permanently. This strategy is called voluntary suspension, and it has changed the financial picture for thousands of retirees who thought they had no options left. Now let us shift to something that affects a significant number of people watching this video. The rules around spousal benefits. If you are married and your spouse has a much larger Social Security record than you do, you may be entitled to collect up to 50% of your spouse's full retirement benefit, even if your own work record would give you less than that. The Social Security Administration calculates this automatically, but they do not always make it obvious that you have this option. If your own benefit is less than half of what your spouse receives at their full retirement age, filing for spousal benefits may give you more money. Spousal benefits do not include the delayed retirement credits that individual benefits earn. You can collect a spousal benefit as early as age 62, but it is reduced if you collect before your own full retirement age. The maximum spousal benefit, which is 50% of the higher earner's full retirement benefit, is only available if you wait until your own full retirement age to collect. Here is an important clarification. To collect a spousal benefit, your spouse must already be receiving their own Social Security benefit. You cannot claim a spousal benefit before your spouse has filed. This is a rule that catches many couples off guard when they try to time their claims. For anyone who is not yet subscribed, this is a good moment to hit that subscribe button. We cover topics like this every week: spousal benefits, survivor benefits, Medicare enrollment windows, tax strategies for Social Security income, and everything else that affects your financial security in retirement. The subscription is free. The information is specific and actionable, and every video is designed to give you something you can actually do. Now we need to talk about divorced spouses, because this is a benefit that millions of eligible people are leaving unclaimed every single year. If you were married for at least 10 years and you are currently divorced and unmarried, you may be entitled to collect Social Security benefits based on your ex-spouse's work record. This is a completely separate benefit from anything your ex-spouse receives. Your collection does not reduce their benefit by a single dollar. They do not receive any notification that you are collecting. It is simply an additional benefit that exists for people who were in long marriages that ended in divorce. The rules are similar to spousal benefits. You can collect up to 50% of your ex-spouse's full retirement benefit if you wait until your own full retirement age. You can collect earlier with a reduction, and to qualify, you must be at least 62 years old, currently unmarried, and the divorce must have been finalized at least 2 years ago if your ex-spouse has not yet filed for their own benefits. The Social Security Administration does not advertise this. They will not call you and tell you that you qualify. You have to ask. You can call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local Social Security office and ask specifically about divorced spouse benefits. Bring your marriage certificate, your divorce decree, and your ex-spouse's Social Security number if you have it. Approximately 500,000 people who are eligible for divorced spouse benefits are not collecting them. If you are in a long marriage and you divorced, this conversation is for you. We also need to talk about survivor benefits, because this is where some of the most significant money is left on the table. If your spouse has passed away, you may be entitled to collect their full Social Security benefit as a survivor benefit, not 50%. The full amount. And if your spouse waited until after their full retirement age to collect, their benefit includes all the delayed retirement credits they earned. You collect that higher amount. Survivor benefits are available as early as age 60. If you are disabled, they are available as early as age 50. If you are caring for a child under 16, who is your spouse's child, there is no age minimum. Here is a strategy that applies specifically to widows and widowers. You have the ability to collect one benefit first and then switch to the other later at a higher amount. For example, if you are 62 and your own benefit would be larger than your survivor benefit at 70, you could collect the survivor benefit starting at 60 or 62, let your own benefit grow, and then switch to your own benefit at 70. Or the reverse, if your survivor benefit would ultimately be higher, you collect your own small benefit early, and then switch to the full survivor benefit at full retirement age. This switching strategy is unique to survivors. It does not apply to married couples in the same way, and it can add tens of thousands of dollars to your lifetime benefits if executed correctly. The form to apply for survivor benefits is available at ssa.gov or at any Social Security office. The SSA phone number again is 1-800-772-1213. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. Let us take a step back and look at all the pieces together, because the real power is in how these strategies combine. A widow at age 62 with her own work record and a deceased spouse who had a larger benefit could collect survivor benefits at 62 to generate income. Let her own benefit grow with delayed retirement credits until 70. Then switch to her own higher benefit at 70 while the survivor strategy runs its course. Over a long retirement, this combination can produce substantially more total income than simply filing for whatever benefit comes up first in the system. A divorced person at 66 who is not remarried could collect divorced spouse benefits immediately at their full retirement age, while their own record continues to earn delayed credits until 70. Then switch to their own benefit at 70 for the rest of their life. A married couple where the higher earner is healthy and can afford to wait could have the lower earner file at 62 to bring in household income, while the higher earner delays until 70. This maximizes the survivor benefit and the lifetime total benefit simultaneously. None of these strategies require professional financial advisors, though a good one can certainly help. All of them are built into the existing rules of the Social Security Administration. The information is public. The forms are free. The phone number is available to everyone. What has been missing for most people is someone explaining it clearly and telling them what questions to ask. Let us do a quick summary of everything we covered today so you leave with a clear picture. The waiting bonus is real. Every year you delay collecting Social Security past your full retirement age adds 8% to your monthly benefit permanently. Waiting from 67 to 70 adds 24%. Over a long retirement that can exceed $100,000 in additional lifetime income. The break-even point for most people is between 78 and 82. If you are in reasonably good health and your family has longevity, waiting is likely the better financial decision. Married couples should coordinate their claiming decisions together. The higher earner delaying has a direct impact on the survivor benefit available to the remaining spouse. If you claimed Social Security within the last 12 months and regret it, you can withdraw your application using Form SSA-521 by repaying what you received and starting fresh. If you are past that window and you have reached your full retirement age, you can voluntarily suspend your benefits and earn delayed credits until 70. Divorced spouses who were married at least 10 years and remain unmarried may collect up to 50% of an ex-spouse's full retirement benefit without affecting the ex-spouse's payment. Surviving spouses have unique switching options that can produce significantly higher lifetime benefits when used strategically. The Social Security Administration phone number is 1-800-772-1213. The website is ssa.gov. Your local Social Security office can walk you through any of these applications in person. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Genuinely. You spent real time here, and I hope it was worth every minute. If you learned something that changes how you think about your Social Security decision, please share this video with one person who needs to hear it. Post it in a family group chat. Send it to a friend. Leave the link for a neighbor. And if you have a question about your own specific situation, leave it in the comments below. I read them. I answer where I can. And the best questions become future videos. Subscribe if you have not already. Hit the bell. And I will see you in the next one.